quite fascinating. Hello. Hold on. Hello. It has been such a long time since I've seen you. Wow. How are you doing? How are those people in your life? How are those people? Amazing. Me? Unless you said something bad. Me, I'm doing great. I am back. Probably thinking, whoa, last time he posted was like 3 years ago. But let's forget all that. That is the past. We live in the present moment, right? I'm back with you and the story time. And if you're wondering, is he gonna be posting? Yes, he's going to, and he's going to try, but this time it's not a light try. I will try my hardest. You know, I've had a lot of revelations over these past 3 years, and a lot of them have led me back here to you guys. And I do feel like this is one of my callings. I love making these videos. Like I always say, give me some comments, give me some ideas, any questions you guys have of me. Maybe I could turn into a story time, etc. But this page mainly is going to be for my vlogs and my story times. I also have another page that I will link in the bio that I will post my music to. Let's not talk about that right now, because today we're talking about my first time smoking. I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute. Before, grab a snack, get comfortable, lay up, do whatever you gotta do, but get ready to hear the story. And may I suggest one thing? Me, I personally love, if you've ever been to Sonic's, they have this ice. It's very light. It's not too crunchy. It doesn't hurt your teeth when you bite down on it, but it doesn't melt either. It's not like a slushie. I get that. I get a cup like this big. I fill the whole thing up with ice. And then if this is the bottom of the cup, I get it right here with some juice. It could be whatever you want it to be, right? If you like your soda, get a little soda. Me personally, my favorite thing to get is horchata. Simple, smooth. Every time you get a couple of cubes, boom, a little bit of juice. That's just my favorite snack to eat while I watch things, because I know I can eat a lot while I watch things. And if I eat a lot of ice, I'm just hydrated. You know what I'm saying? Or you can get a big bucket of popcorn or a big bucket of chips or whatever floats your boat. Let's reel it back in. Not to tell y'all what to eat. I partook of the devil's cabbage, of the physical floury cabbage for the first time. And no, this isn't my first time getting high. That's a story for another time. If you guys want to hear it, let me know down below. But this is not that. And I know what you're thinking. We've all smoked before. What makes you? No, but it wasn't like this. Because you see, my friend, I had wood. And if you're asking, because at this time of the story, I was 15 about. If you're asking, no, I'm just saying the word wood because I want to be cool. But I'm not talking about tobacco. So if you partake in tobacco, stop it. It's not good for your health. And if you smoke weed and you're under 18, that's bad. Nah, I don't want to hear it. Now, if you're over 18, go ahead and go over to my link right here. I'm kidding, I don't have a link, I will soon, but that's not the point. Let's take that back. Don't do drugs, kids. But now me, I thought it was cool. And back then, stuff you did, it didn't really involve a lot of thought. A lot of my thought process back then was what looked the coolest, because I liked feeling cool and looking cool. And I know that's a problem, and people say if your friends jumped off a cliff, if they looked cool and they had a cool filter on it, I might have partook, but that's not the point. Me, I used to know somebody, and let's call them B, right? Because I know snitch. B used to be involved with somebody who I will also call E. And I'm not talking about myself, but E was very heavily involved in my life. I appreciate E to the max capacity, right? But E was around me a lot. Is always around me a lot. And B was again involved with E, and B was a big smoker. Come around. Was good, you know what I'm saying? Was good, I'm faded. The good stuff, you know what I'm saying? Always smoking the good stuff. You can smell it from a mile away. Now he used to be smoking around me. Now I'd be thinking, damn, I see a lot of it. And I know they try to be like, oh, well, rappers can't make you do this, and rappers talk about this, and people will be like, oh, I don't care what the. Let's be real. Let's be real. Tell me you ain't see your favorite person smoking and be like, damn, that look kind of cool. That's not fake. Me, I'm gonna be real with you. I would see it and be like, damn, I wanna look kind of cool. So me, started formulating a little plan, and I was like, how am I gonna get to this position to where I can ask if I can hit this blunt? Then I come up with it. I say, oh, I can just ask. Duh. So me, at the time, I'm 15, so I'm thinking to myself, hopefully this works, but if not, then right now, look. Formulate a little planioli, and I get in there and I say, look right here, boom, ask him. So I go and I say, bro looks over. And he's probably just a little confused, like I'm chiefing, and this little dude's just standing here. But me, I look over and I'm like, man, can I hit that? My chest is beating. I'm beating because I'm nervous. I'm like, fuck, he could say no and I'm gonna look stupid. He's gonna, but no, bro's no snitch. Goes in and asks E, and they have a little chit chat. I don't know, cause I'm in the room where they would smoke. Chit chat, boom, boom, comes back out. Yeah, little bro. I'm like, whoa, I'm about to hit a wood, and I'm in my head like, I'm finna go play some rap music. I'm finna go do some good. I'm him. Like right now, I'm him. So I'm here like, let me get that. And this is where the goofiness begun. I took it and I hit it once. Look around. I haven't blown it out. Hit it twice. And I'm like, you're probably like me. I'm thinking, what? Thinking back, what was I thinking? But I had no clue. You see, to me, I thought my first time I ever got high was with edibles. So I thought that, I heard after I told her about my edible story, they were like, oh no, edibles are crazy strong, dog, like flowers, nothing like that. So I'm like, bro, I've been to the moon, bro. So like, you know what I'm saying? I'll take a little trip to Egypt. Like, it's nothing crazy, right? It's not that far of a distance. I've been all the way to space. So like, twice, and then I pass it back. And if you notice a little detail, I didn't say I blew it out before I passed it back, because by the time it got back to him, I passed it and I looked, and then I exhaled. Which was even more goofy because now I'm faded. I took 2 hits. But initially, I wasn't high. Right? Initially, I felt the blunt wrap go to my skull piece. I was like, whoa. This is my head, but it felt like my head was like up here. Like I was 3 heads above my head. Then I come back down. And I'm like, whoa. And that's like the span of like 4 minutes, but I come back down. I'm like, whoa. I'm gonna do it again. You know what I'm saying? But me, in the moment, I was like, I need some water real quick. So I'm just like, let me go take a water break. Ask him again if I can hit it again. You know what I'm saying? Say, push my luck. So I go inside, I get the water, I open my fridge, I'm getting the water, I pour it out, I'm drinking it. I'm feeling a little like, just like my insides is just like, I'm starting to feel a little different, but I'm like, just a little high. You know what I'm saying? I've been taking edible before. This is nothing. This is gonna be cake. I put the water in my mouth and I start drinking, and I think this water feels different. I feel different. Problem number 1. Because then I start thinking to myself, oh my God, what is going on? Why do I feel like this? Mr. Man, you've taken edibles before. You know exactly what you're getting into right now. And it's like everybody says, it's nothing like smoking the devil's lettuce. It's not the same thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take a seat. So I do that. I go in my room, I take a seat on my bed, and I go, oh, take a sip of the water, and I feel different. And then I close my eyes. And all of a sudden, this is the universe we're in, and I feel like I'm here. Maybe here, but I'm not here at all. Because I really start to self-reflect, and I go, whoa. And next thing you know, demons, just straight demons in my skull piece. I'm tripping. After that, I'm fighting these demons heavy. My brain's going astray. My brain's going array. It's everywhere. My brain thought process everywhere. I'm thinking about crazy stuff. I'm panicking. I'm having anxious thoughts. Then I snap back too, and I'm like, I'm a winner here. I've taken edibles before. This is not the same thing, right? So I snap out of it, and I'm like, I'm just good. It's simple. So I get up and I go talk to E, and I'm just like, I'm tripping. I was tripping. I'm just faded. She looked at me and she says, you were in your room for 2 hours. I go, 2 hours? I thought I was in there for 10 minutes. She says, no, you're in there for 2 hours. And I'm like, wow. So if anybody has ever smoked a lot before, you have that moment where you look down at your hands like a complete criminal and you're just like, what have I done? I looked at my hands and that's why I messed up. Because I look at my hands and I go like this. And then I see my hands getting followed by other hands and time slowed down. And in my head, I'm like, bro, whoa. This is reminiscent of the first time I got high because I can do a story time on that, but I was having visuals, which is crazy, but like stuff looked like it was like changing and like stuff just looked wild. So in my head, I'm like, bro, what is he smoking? And as I'm having these thoughts, it's like the thoughts were lagging. Like I was thinking them and they wouldn't enter my cortex until like 3 seconds after they were thought, but like it would repeat. And then I would see my hands and everything just felt like it was in slow motion, and that's when my heart started beating. And if you know, the worst thing to do is think, because this is anxiety and this is high anxiety. And I don't mean high anxiety, I mean like I'm high anxiety. All I know is when I'm high, all my thoughts just get to me even more. So I'm sitting there panicking and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. So I come to and I'm just like, I need to go on a walk because my hands, everything's going in slow motion and I can see multiple hands following my hands and I'm like, time shouldn't feel this slow, and why is it fast and slow, and how am I lagging? I'm lagging, what the? And then I think I'm gonna go outside, duh. And he looks at me and says, okay, I'll go with you. Let's go outside, let's go on a walk. You just need to chill out. So I go on a walk, feel the sun hit my skin, and I chill out. And the reason I chill out is because he looks at me and says, I should have never let you smoke. And immediately thought to myself, damn, they're not gonna let me smoke anymore. I need to get it together because I'm trying to be cool. But in the moment, that thought made me a little bit worried that I was not gonna be able to smoke anymore, which made me anxious, which again, put me back in the loop. And then I'm sitting there thinking, are my thoughts lagging as I'm thinking about this right now? What the? I'm tripping. And then boom, I come back. I come to, and I'm looking at my hands and they're still doing that thing, and E's talking to me and it's like repeating, but it's not repeating, but it sounds like they're saying a lot of the same thing, but they're not, and it's just nuts. It's completely bazonkers at this point, and I'm just thinking to myself, I need to figure this out. I'm sitting on the outside looking like I'm like a 15-year-old kid just looking like he's doing crack. I'm tripping. So I'm just trying to come to, I'm looking at the grass. I can see these bugs way too clearly, and like, everything's freaking me out. So I take a deep breath. He tells me, you just need to breathe. It's nothing too crazy. You're just high. And I think to myself back what I soberly thought. This is not an edible. So why am I tripping? So at this point, I'm coming back too. I'm like, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be fine. I go into the house and B's there, and B's like, are you good? Is everything good? And he's looking at B with the angriest face I've ever seen. And I'm like, I'm good. Me? Straight. High. Low. Tripping. So I go in my room and I'm just gonna lay down real quick. No big deal. I'm not that high. Just needed to go on a walk because, of course, if anybody knows the person who you people who you think your life are cool, you don't want to look weak in front of them. So I'm sitting there like, I'm cool, I'm straight, you know what I'm saying? I'm just smoking a little bit, it's cool. Goofy. I go to my room and I lay down and I hibernated for 10 hours. Moral of the story, do not smoke if you're not ready. And if you're not ready and you still smoke, all luck be to you. Kids, do not do drugs though. Don't take this as, Wilson said in his thing that I could do drugs because he said when he was this age, he did drugs. It was a mistake. Would I take it back? Hell no. But listen, it's a mistake. Scientifically, they say you're not supposed to smoke until God knows what age. And scientifically speaking, I was tweaked. So, look. If you don't want to end up tweaked at the age of 15, don't take drugs. Now when you get down later down the line, you know what I'm saying, you gotta start paying bills. You wanna, hey man, do what you gotta do. But if you ain't got nothing to stress about, bruh, that whole high on life stuff is so real. As a kid, I was already high on life. I was literally already high. You don't realize you high until that first rent. that first rent bill come in and you're like, damn. Then you could. Good. This rent crazy, bro. They tripping. Thank you so much for tuning in, listening to me. But I had to say a good story. I'm so glad I got to share it with y'all. Like I said, this channel will be getting vlogs. We'll be getting videos. This is the first video I'm gonna post in. And I'm not going to have a schedule for the first month, but after that I will build a schedule because, you know, if anything you do in life, you need to tiptoe, touch the toe in the water and then jump in. Don't just jump in like you're freaking him, like or her, let's calm down, or them. That's all I'm saying. So glad, like I said, to have you guys back. Any questions, any comments, leave them down below. Leave a hello in the comments if you get a chance and you made it this far to the video. And I'll give you a like and I might say something sweet to you. That's all I'm saying. So great to talk to you guys again, though. And again, tell that family member that you told me about at the beginning of this video. I hope they're doing well. Tell all your family, I hope they're doing well. Say, Wilson wishes you guys the best. At the dinner table, just sit there and say, Wilson. Wilson said he hopes you guys are doing extravagant. Say that. And until next time, stay up. So fascinating.